Hello, hello, hello. How you guys doing today? It's Mr. Finance coming in, and we're going to talk about why is it that the black community cannot overcome poverty, right? I love when everybody in the black community love to say, "Yo, it's the system is against us. It's the man, it's against us. Nobody give us nothing." All of these things, right? And to me, I never buy people's excuse because the fact that an excuse is an excuse, even if it's a legitimate excuse. Why make an excuse when you could create a solution, right? So we're going to talk about some hard facts here. And we're going to talk about what is the solution, because I'm not going to be like everybody else that goes on a radio show or go on national TV and they go on and they talk about the problem, and the problem. And I always hear it sounds like a broken record. It's like everybody else talking about the problem. Nobody's talking about the solutions. Nobody's talking about how can we fix this? How can we make it better? What must we do to make it better? Right? And I feel that within the black communities, we first must understand what is the problem, right? You know, people always say, well, the black community, we need more leaders. Okay, I think we have enough of that. We need more resources. I think we have access to a lot of that in these days, right? But I'll tell you what is lacked. What is lacked is unity in the black community. What is lacked is vision. What is lacked is someone being able to stop being prideful. That's what's lacked in the black community. And if we don't change that, or if we don't get off the I am mightier than a sword mentality, the black community will never, ever raise above where we are today. The reason why the blacks struggle every day in the community, every day amongst their peers, is because the fact that no one in the black community do not want to accept that they are the problem. They don't. Everybody always point the finger at someone else except themselves. No one want to say that, you know what, it's my fault why I am where I am. No, they want to blame it on the man. It's the man's fault. It's the government's fault. They didn't teach us the way. We didn't get the information. Well, you know why I know that's a lie? Because the fact that I run a financial center here in a black community, and we tell them it's free, they still don't show up. We talk about opportunities. They still don't show up. So I know for a fact, hands-on, that I feel that most black folks like to feel as if that they're a victim, and as long as they could play the victim card, it gives them a way to kind of back out and take action. You know, I always hear people always say, well, the system is always against us. Well, you're damn right the system's going to be against you, because none of you guys trying to be in the system. Ain't nobody stepping up and say, let me become a judge. Let me become a congressman. Let me become a police officer, right? Don't request for someone to make a change. Be the change that you want, right? You have to go out there and become the change that you want in whatever field it is. Everybody always looking for a handout. I'm telling you. In the black community is more hands out than foot and hands working. Everybody wants a handout. And I don't feel that as a community, we should always be on the begging end, right? Look at the crazy thing. You know, when I saw this picture, it hit me so hard, and it was sad. It was sad to actually admit that this is so true. You know that the Asians help Asians. The whites help whites. Latinos help Latinos. But when it comes to black, oh my God. We tear down each other. We disrupt each other. We fight against each other. There's no loyalty. None. You know, I always tell people about the fact that racists, you know, if most people understand the prefix or the suffix of the word racist and they understand what the IS or I or the ISM, what it really means are the words is, you know, the word IS on the end of anything like a pharmacist, a dentist, right? A chemist, right? These things let you know that you are a professional within that field. So someone being racist is mean that they are a professional within their culture. They understand their culture. And you know what's the crazy thing is? People get mad because white people help white people. People get mad because Asians help Asians. People get mad when Latinos support Latinos. But why is it that black people is not racist? No. You know what they are? They're racist against their own. Right? They're racist to love everybody else except their own. They don't want to support their own. They don't want to come together as a community and build something for themselves. No. As one person gets to the top, what they aim to do? Tear you down. Bring you down. Destroy you. You know, I watch like with some of these things that happen within this politics nowadays, right? I always say, why complain about an elective who's in power, per se, and not add solution to make it better? Don't try to replace things sometimes, you know. We just got to work on how to work with each other to make things better. It's not going to take one person to make this change. We all got to come together. That's why I missed the day when we had Black Wall Street, right? When we had Black Wall Street, for all you youngins that don't know what the Black Wall Street is, stop Googling when Kim Kardashian's getting a butt job and stop Googling when Michael Jordan's about to drop the next shoes and start Googling things that make sense. They dumb you down. That's why you never know that you are so dumb. I am sorry, but it's the truth. They dumb you down every day. They distract you with love and hip hop. They distract you with all these stupid shows. And everybody idolize these people. And they say, oh, I want to be like this person. But nobody want to be like Harriet Tubman. No one want to be the next Rosa Parks. Right? No one want to be the next Martin Luther King, the next Malcolm X, the next Marcus Garvey. Everybody want to just brush things underneath the rug and accept it. Nobody ever want to make a stand, take a stand, and be the change that the community need. Why do you think I'm so blunt? Because, you know, black people don't, you know, you got to be very blunt with them. And as a community, you must talk to them assertively. Because you know what's the one thing that I must give my community is the fact that we are very prideful people. We're very prideful, very proud, but of all the wrong shit. Sorry for my French, but it's all the wrong things that we're prideful for. We're prideful for all the assets that we acquire that brings us debt. We're prideful for our home that we don't really own because we're still paying mortgage on it. We're prideful for the expensive cars that we drive that don't have no true values if we want to sell it tomorrow. And we are prideful for carrying around a bunch of credit cards that we are borrowing money at a higher interest rate at. We're proud and prideful of all the great expensive clothes that we may acquire. And we're buying from the people that not putting back one penny back into our community. My question to you is either you're going to wake up or you're going to die broke. Which one you want? Are you going to wake up and become the change? Or are you going to keep pointing the finger and say it's your fault? Your fault. It's your fault. It's that man's fault. It's the white man's fault. It's that man's fault. Oh, this person's taking over my country. Oh, that person's taking over my country. And ain't nobody doing nothing. So, since no one can think of solutions, here's the first solution. I'm going to give you an action plan to increase wealth within our black community. First thing you must do is unlearn everything that they taught you in the school system. Yes. Unlearn everything that was taught within the school system because it was all BS. Don't believe me? What do you think? History is such a great class? Oh yeah. Real good class, right? Teach you black folks about how you guys were slaves. Didn't tell you about how you were kings. Didn't tell you about how you were queens and how you were the world's wealthiest people in the world. Didn't tell you about how great you were. Didn't tell you about all the other countries that you have successfully bring economics and teach cleanliness to. It didn't tell you the history about how the Egyptians taught the Europeans how to be clean people. Teach them how to cultivate and farm. Didn't teach you about that, but it tell you about how you were slaves. Slaves for 300 years. That's all they told you. Then they try to wipe out your history. I'm not a racist. I'm not prejudiced. I'm just a proud black man that knows his history. I'm just a proud black man that's sick and tired of watching my people suffer. I'm just a proud black man that wants to see a change. And we're not asking for no hands out. We will take care of our own, but our own got to be open to be taken care of. And it's time we unite. It's time. How many more years are we going to be? You see, people don't understand. How do you take over a country? How do you take over people? How do you control people? Let me tell you something. In order for you to take over people or control people, you must divide them. You must put a wedge in between them so that way there's no superior leader. And this is what you do. You find the weakest person and put him in a position to become a leader because you could control him. And then he will become a significant leader within that community. But he's not really a leader. He's really a puppet. So we must recognize and come together in unity and find out who are the puppets and remove them. Not remove them as far as get rid of them, but we have to reteach them their true nature of being a leader. If you want to really learn and get ahead in this country or anywhere in the world, you must learn finance. I don't care about no other subject in the world. You must know how money works. Money is the number one thing that controls everything in this world. Yes, it doesn't get you into heaven, but you know what? While you're on earth, you must have heaven on earth. Right? Why do you think they got rid of the Black Wall Street? Do any of you guys know the history of the Black Wall Street? You want some history lesson? Let me give you guys some history lesson. Because the fact that I said the Black Wall Street, and many of you guys probably don't even know what that is. You probably don't even understand how powerful the Black Wall Street was. You probably don't understand how much wealth that Black Wall Street was. It is incredible. It's incredible what the Black Wall Street did. It is amazing, the history of the Black Wall Street. And until we understand this, we will then truly know how to understand what is wealth. So, here's some of the things that if you didn't know about the Black Wall Street, let's talk about it, right? Now, the Black Wall Street, we had 600 businesses. We had 21 churches, 21 restaurants, 30 grocery stores, 2 movie theaters, 6 private airplanes, 1 hospital, 1 bank, and its own school system. Wow. How powerful is that? How powerful is that? How many of you guys knew about the Black Wall Street? How many of you guys understood what the Black Wall Street did? The foundation that it laid down, but no one else ever pursued to continue it. Yes, I know what happened. In 1921, a group of white folks, they burned down the black community in Tulsa. And you know, I understand what happened in Oklahoma in 1921. But that was in Oklahoma. Why it didn't happen in New Jersey? Why we didn't continue with the foundation that was laid down? Because unity is what we need if we're going to get any better. If it don't come together and unite, we are not going to get anywhere. We must form the new Black Wall Street again. You know, I learned that in order to change the system, you need to hit people where it hurts. If you demand justice, you must hit people where it hurts. Marching, screaming, all these protesting is a waste of damn time. Waste of time. I would not sit here and walk up and down the street marching every day. For what? It will get no result. It is just temporary excitement, temporary result, temporary commitments. It does nothing for the community. And I'm sick and tired of black people marching up and down looking like a marching band. The way we were going to get change, the only way we're going to make our community better is by uniting and supporting each other. Until we get that part down pat, we are not going to make any change in any of our communities. None. Everybody united except us. The black community is not united. Everybody's united. The Asians are united. Latinos are united. White people are united. Except for black people. It's now the younger generation, my generation, the millennials, we are coming together. Because we watch our parents' fight each other and never did anything to put in place for us today. So we figure out we're not going to make your mistakes because we demand that our kids is not to experience what we experienced growing up. The millennials is going to make a change. And it's either you're going to be with us or we're going to push you down 6 feet under if you can't add to the cause. This is a national calling. It's time we make a difference. It's time we stand up for something and stop falling for everything. It's sick. It's a disease. It is something you must purge your blood for. You don't believe me? Look at the stores in your community and you tell me if you support your own. You tell me how many stores is owned by your own. Tell me if you're supporting your people. If you want spices, you must go see the Indian people. You want hair and nails, you must go see the Chinese man. You want to buy a home, You want to own land, buy a car, you got to go see a white man. What does the black community produce for them to buy from us? We are $1 trillion target, a multi-trillion-dollar target, because they know we have nothing to offer. So guess what? They're going to target everything to the black community for us to buy. You are a target, and it's time we start putting our money where we know we could see it could do something for us. I'm talking about revolutionize what the black market, the black Wall Street did. Everybody is unified in today's day. Everybody is doing something great within their race and their culture except us. Everybody. You want to know what's the sickest thing that most people don't even realize? I want you guys to look at this scenario. How is it that a bank will give you a loan for college? They'll give you student loans. They'll give you car loans. They even give you a loan to buy a house. But when it comes down for you to get a business loan, something that could give you passive income to progress you forward, they won't give you that loan. You didn't qualify. You don't have a great credit score. That's why I love what WFG stands for. Because WFG give me the opportunity to own a business that doesn't require a big startup capital. Unlike if you want to go open up your own other business. Why is it that they teach you how to balance your checkbook? How come they teach you how to put your money in stocks, mutual funds, all these different things? But no one ever tell you about how to properly build wealth. You know what's the best kept secret to building wealth? And I'm going to show you how they kept this secret from you. Where else can you pay $100 a month and instantly worth 200,000 or 100,000 if you die tomorrow? Where else? What else can you put your money in where you pay $100 a month, and if you die tomorrow and you qualify for this plan and you are worth $100,000 if you pass away and your family's getting that wealth tax-free? The best kept secret of away from the black community is life insurance. The best. And if they did bring it to the community, they give it to you in term because they want it to run out. And that's why most people fall in the category of where they never see it happen for their family. You want the truth? That's the truth. Let me show you the best kept secret again. In the black community, if you look at the oldest living person is in a black culture. Right now, the oldest living person in a black community is 122 years old. The longest living person. And that's a black person. Right? So now, if you was to either get a term insurance which only give you coverage up to 30 years or 35 years in some companies, how would that benefit you? How would it? Because guess how they get you now? If you get older, later on, it gets more expensive for you to try to get it after that term is over. And then you have to requalify. These are the things they don't tell you. That's why we have these workshops in our black communities. In all communities to teach you these things. I'm telling you. This picture is horrific. Everybody's helping their own except us. We're putting down each other. We're cussing at each other. They give us fake idolizations We're supposed to idolize people that degrade themselves. A woman dressed half naked, men showing their butts. The prison system is overloaded with us. They told us that the 13th Amendment free us, but yet still, when you get a felony, you're not even a citizen of the state anymore. Come on. Come on. Why is it that in the black community, there's more liquor stores than church? I live in the suburbs and there's one liquor store in my town. But where my office is, I could walk down the block and I'll pass 3 liquor stores. They advertise smoking in front of churches and schools. Our kids walk past this and see signs about cigarettes. So they're curious to know what it's about. In my town, you don't even want to have one sign. Yes. That's the truth. Nobody want to talk about it because no one want to come off and seem like they're politically incorrect. You know what? I'm not here to beg friends. I'm here to help the problem by providing solutions. I hear people talking their radio shows every day, putting down our black leaders, putting down black people, talking about what they're doing wrong, but they're not adding no solutions to the problem. It's time we rise up, and we must rise together to change things together for each other. When are we going to change? When are we going to make a difference? When is it you're going to get sick and tired of being sick and tired? When are you going to sit there and keep slaving away yourself, working these 9-to-5s that's not even paying you what you're worth? When are we going to create our own job system? Get more bank system, get more legislation power, get more people in Congress, get better judge system, better police chiefs and police officers. When are we going to be doing that? We talk about they're killing us down in these streets, but yet still you're killing your mind every day. You're walking dead. So I told you the solution is to unlearn and relearn. You must self-educate yourself. You must first understand what it is about finance. Learn concepts. Learn the secrets. And if you can't learn for yourself, contact me for a copy of the book. Saving Your Future will save you. One of these books a day will keep poverty away. You want the secrets? I have the secrets. Reach out to me. Stop being ignorant. Stop being stubborn and stop being okay with handouts. Stop it. It's time you man up. GoFundMe is not life insurance. Until you realize that, you will forever be broke. Your family will die broke. If you want to make a change, you got to make a change. The only way we'll make change is when people stop being politically correct. It's time we be very blunt. We got to start keeping ourselves accountable. We got to keep our community accountable. We got to keep our leaders accountable. We got to keep our police officers accountable. We must keep all our leaders accountable. Everybody got to be accountable, right? But we must keep ourselves accountable first if we want to start monitoring other people. What are you doing to make a change? It doesn't take a lot of money to make a change, you know. It just takes a lot of people to put some effort in learning. They shy us away from learning. That's why they encourage our kids to grow up to be athletes, to grow up to be singers and actors, because they don't want them to get intellect. They don't want them to push to become the next lawyers. They don't want to push them to become congressmen. They don't want to push them to think they could be the next Obama. Why not? What do you think? We only deserve one black president? Yeah, okay, we should just ride on that another 300 years? No. It shouldn't be. This is America. America was built on our back, on our blood, sweat, and tears. And it's time we start realizing that. We are more American than anybody else here. My personal opinion. And until we realize that, we won't make a difference, and we must make a difference. So if you really want to make a difference in this cause, you should just share this video. Share this video, listen to it twice, and make sure you send it to a friend. Because it's time we wake up. Because right now, many of us are like, you guys ever seen The Walking Dead? That's what the black community is. The Walking Dead. They're dead before they're even born. They're born in poverty and they die in poverty, and they don't see any other way out because all they were taught was to become an athlete, a singer, or more actress. We don't need no more of that. There's enough. We need more legislation. We need more educators. That's why I'm an educator when it comes to the financial field. I want to teach people about money. I want to teach them about concepts. Let them understand how important the rule of 72 is. Let them understand how the simple understanding of building wealth is important. Why must we learn how to budget? What's the difference between retirement plans? How can we retirement plan and create one for ourselves that gives us tax-free withdrawals, tax-free distribution? You know, how can we have access to this and we're not taking the advantage of learning and teaching it? It's sad that my 6-year-old son know more than most adults. It's sad. It really pissed me off, and it's time we make a change. And I'm not going to stop until they shut me up and put me in a grave. I'm going to continue sharing these secrets. I'm going to continue doing these live streams. I'm going to continue bringing the information to your face. Because I know if I may not help 100, but if I help one, I know I did something great. You know, one teach one, and those two go out and teach two more. We have 4. 4 go out and teach, and then we get 8. 8 go out and become 16. That's how we're going to grow. But it starts with 1. It's me. And I'm going to bring in the next person who's listening to this. You share it. We're going to get from 1 to 2 to 3. And from 3 to 4 to 5. And we're going to grow. That's how we're going to make a change. But you must commit to the change. You gotta open up your heart first, so that way your mind could be acceptive to all the information. We gotta accept that we were wrong, that we didn't do everything right. That's the best way we're gonna learn. So until we accept that we are the reason why we're not where we are in life, that's the only time we will have anything change. My name is Keon Corniff, Mr. Finance, and if you ever need to reach me, you know how to reach me. 973-873-5977. Black people, it's time we unite. Let's get it done. Thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful day.